Hey guys, we're about to do some testing. Ted had the idea to buy the cheapest broadheads that we could possible off Amazon and shoot them into a pig and see how they perform. Typical 3-blade, 125 grain broadhead, pretty chintzy, made. Then we got the cheap shots. These are plastic broadheads, polymer broadheads.
So we're feeling confident in these.
No, you're gonna have to watch it at the end of the video. We're gonna show you some real interesting stuff with these because we've already been doing some preliminary testing out here.
Just to make sure we're on accuracy-wise and getting good arrow flight. And
let's just say we've got some accuracy issues with these.
Is that not crazy?
And then we've got your old trusty mechanicals. I think these were like $12.99 for a dozen or so. So when we say cheap, this is as cheap as you can possibly get. I haven't in my life been able to find broadheads this cheap. We're gonna test these, and then we're gonna test the broadhead that we've been shooting that we killed the hog with last night. And that's a Magnus single bevel broadhead.
And we're even using a pretty stout arrow here too. Yep. We originally were trying to shoot a lighter arrow and we were having accuracy issues, but we put them on Ted's actual hunting arrow and they're flying pretty good, so.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to watch at the end of the video. We shot that off a lighter arrow and
some things happen.
Some things happen that are real interesting. But anyway, Ted, let's sling some downrange.
All right.
Let's see what we can come up with. So we're testing on a pig. It's a feral hog. We're down here in Texas. These things are everywhere. They're invasive. They are not good. Texas and most states that have them are trying to get rid of them and there's no season, like you can kill as many of them as possible. So these are good test subjects. We're obviously not doing this on a dead deer or a dead game animal or anything like that. But we also don't like to test broadheads on foam or ballistic gel or anything. It's not an apples to apples comparison. If you really want to know how a broadhead is going to perform, a hunting broadhead is going to perform on the animal that you're hunting, you need to shoot it into an animal and then see what the results are. So that's why we're using the feral hog in this case. And that's why we come down here to the test lab every year to test arrows and broadheads on hogs. What do you think's going to happen with this 3-blade here, Tedrick?
I think it's probably going to fly pretty straight, but just blow up into pieces whenever it hits the bone, I'd imagine.
We're shooting this hog down here, 1/4 2. We've got the shoulder blade propped up there, so Ted's going to try to hit that blade with all these heads and see how much penetration we get and if anything breaks. I think this one's going to do the best out of the 3.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think minimum 1 blade's coming off. I think that tip's certainly going to be bent in some fashion, and I think at best it's going to go in that much. I may have a little bit of extra intel just based off of some of the targets I've hit, but.
What are these things called?
They had some Chinese name on one of them, and then the other one was just like 12-pack hunting broadhead. That's all it said. 3-blade cheapo. Fixed blade.
Oh!
Oh!
There it is.
And I heard that bone split.
Oh man.
Went in there actually more than I expected it to.
It come out.
No, it didn't.
Come out in the skin on the other side.
Let me anchor out of there.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh yeah, comes
Oh
right
yeah,
out.
it comes right out.
Oh my gosh! It complete.
So my prediction was at least 1 blade, and the tip was bent. The tip is gone, and all the blades are gone, and the whole broadhead is bent.
I thought it was gonna be hard to pull out of there, but when everything comes off, it's pretty easy.
That's quality right there.
Oh yeah.
You would have got enough penetration to get it, have that arrow done exactly
yeah, I mean, it went all the way through the pig, so.
But was the quality of your blades in good enough shape by the time it made it in there past that bone? Like they're probably.
I bet you all the blades are in the bone right in the front.
Yeah, probably.
Right there. Jeez.
Probably so.
Well, that's the first one. Didn't fare so well, and that was the one I thought that might do the best.
Yeah. Now we got these polymer broadheads. We've shot these a couple times at the target, and they kind of got a mind of their own whenever they take off. You never really know where they're gonna go, but cheap shot is what they're called. Somebody shot a Cape Buffalo with it, so they claim. So,
allegedly.
We're gonna see what it does in this pig. That actually flew pretty good.
Let's see what the damage has been done. Did it go through? Oh,
It did
absolutely
go through.
not. Wow.
A little bit. About the same as the other one did.
Yeah.
All the way to the skin.
Oh. Oh.
There's no broadhead. So that one did the same thing, kind of. Went all the way in and came out with nothing.
Should we cut it out of there?
Yeah, we can. If you get a knife.
It's still stuck in there.
Just broke off right at the threads.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Should make it
Right
really
at the base
easy.
of the ferrule.
Yeah, it should be easy to get that plastic piece out of
That's
there.
what it did the last time when I shot the target. It just broke off right in there.
Perfect.
Oh, pretty good shape actually. It's all intact except for the threads on her. Doled out all the blades on the side too.
Dulled
I'm
them out
actually-
as in like
Just smashed them straight down.
did that to that plastic, huh?
Yeah. I actually am surprised that it made it all the way through there, but
Yeah.
not bad.
I'm actually pretty surprised that it is in one piece,
Yeah.
considering what happened to the plastic leg and the target.
Yeah, when I hit the plastic leg in that pig target over there, it snapped it right in half, but it made it through the pig bone somehow.
All right.
It looks mean. Let's see what it's made of here. They're actually hitting where I'm aiming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good shot. Well, what's your prediction?
I'm guessing it's completely shattered all the way up in there. You could really hear that one crunch.
Well, that was the bone shot.
Look at that though. Made it through again.
To the
the skin.
hide.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild that they all make it right to the hide,
Yeah.
and that's what stops it.
Yeah. I imagine it's because this arrow actually has a little bit of weight to
Yeah.
it, so we'll see here. I'm guessing it's gonna be bare. Oh, maybe not. Oh, look at that. That one actually held up not bad. This blade didn't open up on the left side, but
But other than that,
other than that, that actually it's hitting pretty good.
you might try a different one with that too, just because like that actually didn't open. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it didn't open.
So what's that telling you? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, well,
Well, it's telling you it's probably one of Amazon's cheapest broadheads right there.
Broadhead just didn't open.
Really?
Yep. One blade kind of did. It's all in one piece, but the one blade doesn't even appear to have opened.
Make that thing wobble as it hits.
Never,
You know-
wouldn't expect them to go through that
Yeah,
bone.
it's hard to know like how solid you're hitting the bone too.
Did it go through?
Oh yeah,
Oh, look at the meat splatter.
that one didn't open either.
Broadhead didn't even open.
Look at that freaking thing.
Oh yeah. What's up, dude?
Well, it flies just like a field tip.
Yeah. Well,
Because
that's
it doesn't open into a broadhead. Jeez. What's your thoughts?
I don't think these cheap Amazon broadheads are very effective.
Yeah, I mean probably not my number one choice.
Or my second or third or
I mean, it
fifth.
might work for a squirrel or something.
Yeah.
Rabbits are pretty soft.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. If you're small game hunting, okay.
It
Okay.
just, plinking around in the yard, but on your buck of a lifetime, nah. You don't want that.
Shoot those polymer one again.
Is this how it just shredded it when you put it in the
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Can you believe that the serrated edge fell apart like that?
No. It's like almost like it was never even serrated. Well, it breaks apart like that because it's doing so much damage inside.
Well, yeah. They're so hot sitting in the package before you even shoot them.
They're melting.
They're ready to melt.
This plastic.
Don't leave in sun, might melt. No, it broke off.
I don't even know where it went. It didn't even go through the freaking skull.
Oh my god.
I hit it like right in here, I think.
Where's the broadhead?
I guess it's maybe.
Oh
in there.
yeah, it's probably in there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right there.
That's crazy. So that's where it went, and the penetration was about...
Yay.
Yeah.
Yep, about the length of the broadhead.
Hey, we're gonna have to get something to get that out so you can use this arrow.
I've got like 3 like that now. They're just all cut off at the shaft. So
Let's get you a little drill
I mean,
bit.
I think the worst part is, so serious topic here. Hold that puppy up. So this is breaking off in the insert. So not only are you losing your cheap broadhead, but you're also losing your arrow too.
yeah,
I mean, potentially.
yeah.
You can probably get it out. You can probably get it out. You might have to use like a small drill bit or something though.
Mhm.
That's the risk you're running by trying to save yourself some money. Is you might end up.
Just losing everything.
Yeah.
Still turning it.
That's crazy.
All right, we got the Magnus on now. This is what we've been hunting with, so we're gonna see what this one does in comparison to Amazon's cheapest.
Holy crap.
Right through there.
Sounded like it went through the bone, didn't it?
So that worked better. It seems.
Yeah, that one went through good, like hot butter.
Jeez.
So,
I mean, it looked like it's hitting the same spot as all the other arrows, which obviously it's probably been weakened a little bit, but still, I mean, that
yeah,
straight through
that's better.
and still going.
Yeah, that's more like it. Nicked it up just a little bit on the
Yeah.
right there, but that could have been from the
barely though.
hitting the ground too.
Mm-hmm.
Kept all my fletchings even.
Look at this.
Absolutely seen that. Through the head.
I mean, it moves a little bit. When it hits those bones, it moves the arrow a little bit. Like, you can tell that thing is pushing because that arrow starts flexing, but it's strong enough that it just
Motors
plows right through it.
does a little bit different than the cheap shot.
Well, Ted, thanks for sacrificing your arrows.
Yeah, I think I lost 4 at least. Got a couple with threads up in there stuck, so
Yep.
need to get them out.
First thing that's super interesting, and this goes back to what we were talking about at the start, why we're testing on a pig and not a target. Did you see the variability in like every single shot? When you shoot into that foam target over there, all the arrows are like this far apart.
Yeah, they're perfect.
Every single one of the shots through the pig is like a different depth, just depending on what it hits inside the thing.
Yep.
But we were pretty consistent. Ted shot the scapula on the front half of the pig. Pretty crazy that the cheap broadheads. Well, it's actually not crazy at all. It's exactly what we thought was going to happen.
Exactly what we thought. If not,
What
if
happened?
not a little bit worse.
I was
What
inside.
happened?
Yeah.
I mean,
So the polymer tip broke off. I believe every time it broke off at the
Ferrule.
insert. Yeah.
you can literally grab the broadhead with your hand. It's not sharp at all.
Right.
And then the one time it hit pretty far forward and hit the skull, it broke off at the ferrule and the arrow went flying backwards and the broadhead went in, that far. And then I believe every time we shot the mechanical, they never opened.
Really?
Really. I think maybe one blade one time opened.
Yeah, the one side opened, and then the rubber band would slide all the way up the arrow. But it seemed like one blade opened every time. And then
My testing with mechanical broadheads and hard impact shots, which is the worst thing that could possibly happen to anybody. Okay, so if you're a mechanical person, just hang in there. My testing's been consistent with that, and I do not know why, but I believe that the bone is so hard that I actually just, the forces keep it shut, and I can't answer it yet. That camera can, and we got to do some more work with you guys on that and get close to it.
Well, the rage we shot into a pig last year opened.
But
It went in
stopped.
like that
It
far.
went in that
Like
far,
as
yeah.
soon as it hit the bone, it deployed and it stopped, and the arrow was just flopped out. And then we shot a single double right after, and it went right through.
Yeah, these did
Yeah,
actually.
but Warb, you shot it in the bones, bro, and that's not where you're supposed to shoot them with those. You're supposed to shoot them in the jelly part in the middle.
You're supposed to hit them
That's for the comments. You don't have to comment now. I already did the comment for you. You're not supposed to shoot them there with a mechanical. But it happens.
He might have added a little flavor to your comment.
Not that I'm known for that.
Okay, so polymer tip, trash.
Yeah.
What happened in the mechanical, didn't open.
Yep. Then the last one is the muzzy looking thing.
The three
Excuse
blade.
me.
It's not a
Excuse me.
muzzy.
Well, not a muzzy, but it looks like one, so that's what I've been calling it. But that thing would, I guess at least the one time we shot it, tip bent and broke off. All the blades broke off.
It shredded them. Like
Yeah.
through that front shoulder, it just completely
And so
peeled them straight off.
So there's a couple of forces that work there. First of all, if you shoot a multi-piece punch point broadhead and you always have shredded blades, one of these days it's going to cost you. And you're taking the worst shots you can.
Yeah.
Which is what I always do. I don't want the easy stuff.
Yeah, if
We've
the
already
blades-
seen that.
If the blades get shredded through the bone on impact, then you don't have anything but a field point going through.
And
or
I
vital.
equate this back. I don't hunt like y'all do, but I've been on a lot of podcasts with people who swing out of trees and run around like you guys do. And the shot angles aren't always perfect, but it's 15. I mean, that's when you upgrade your arrow platform. You take that slightly quarter and you cheat a little bit. But we now see what happens when you cheat a little bit and shred your blades off.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, any tip bend is going to redirect the arrow. That tip goes like that. It's 28 inches long or 30. So it goes like that, and the shaft is immediately going to kick redirect, and that takes all the energy out of it. Third thing, we have never had an insert bend testing with the Ashby Foundation. Never had one bend if the broadhead stayed straight. We've only bent inserts
When the broadhead
when the
redirects.
broadhead's bent.
Okay.
So it gets way out there, levers, and bends the inserts. That is actually 100%. Shooting Cape Buffalo in the shoulder and all kind of stuff. So that's something to noodle, is your broadhead durability and impact. And then if it's a relatively flexible broadhead, bends a little bit, insert bends, again, it's going to go like this, and the back of the shaft is back here, and the whole thing's going to move. And then it dragging on the side and slows everything down.
There's the last one that we shot. We had to have a single bevel in there. This is the Magnus single bevel that we've been shooting.
It
Yeah.
looks good.
I mean, you can see what happened in the
you
footage.
could easily resharpen that, and it went through
Yeah.
bone, both sides, and into the ground, and you could shoot it again.
Yep.
And I think here's the argument and the takeaway for me. I think a lot of times when we try to buy things cheap, no matter if it's a broadhead or tires for your truck, it's like,
Or a hotel room.
yeah.
Bed bug, baby.
He's got bed bugs on his arm.
But it's like if you try to
Kinda lied.
skimp on some things, you know, you might end up costing yourself more in the long run because, for example, with that shot, you can reuse that broadhead and reuse that arrow. But with a lot of those broadheads, they were breaking off and now there's a thread stuck in your arrow and you may never get that out.
Yeah.
More
Then you've
importantly,
lost your arrow.
all the cheapos might not have killed the animal.
Right.
Or gave you a fit of a track job. I mean,
Yeah,
depending on what happened. Yes, they did get through the plate several times.
Yeah.
But I mean, the one was breaking off in the insert, and the other one shredded the blades. I mean, the mechanical didn't open, so you're essentially shooting a field point on two of them. And the other one was so inconsistent with whether or not it was going to snap off at the insert.
It's interesting y'all had one bounce back too.
Yeah, yeah. He shot the one in the skull, and it bounced right out of there. That polymer.
That's a pretty extreme shot. Okay, got it.
Yeah. But you know, Plan B, if you miss forward or whatever, and you end up in that hard, heavy bone, I mean, this thing just trucked right through it. And this is, like, going back to what you said about get what you pay for, we've shot more expensive single bevels than this for a while. Like upwards of $100 for 3.
Yeah.
In the Magnus, I think it's like $50-some, I think, close to $60 maybe. Mike's always made pretty affordable cut-on contact heads.
Lifetime warning,
Yeah.
and he did a good job on that one.
We've worked on this one for a while.
Yep.
If anybody was wondering what we were shooting the last couple of years down here when we were testing stuff, this is the head.
Yep.
We've been testing it and trying to break it through pigs, and we've made a few minor adjustments to
The only
it. but-
adjustment we made to this thing is the tip. This tip was about down to here, and it was micro. I mean, the bends were just, the tiniest tip was doop, bent over.
Yep.
And we shortened it up, and then we tested it again. Well, you did today.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty
telling.
solid.
That went through the hard stuff.
That
on
thing
that
doesn't
pig.
even look bad. The blades aren't chewed.
No,
I expect
there's
more
one,
blades.
There's one nick in
I
the
got
blade,
that.
but
That'll come right out.
I'm not sure that even happened on the pig, because usually the dirt does that.
There's a little ding right here.
Yep.
It's not terrible, but that'll buff right out. You sharpen it and take off that little bitty edge.
Because
Who
it
wa-
hit the dirt.
who wants to
behind
shoot
the
this?
pig.
Ted,
Yeah.
shoot this one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll sharpen it.
All
We'll
right.
shoot that head.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah,
I see.
of course.
But yeah, you'll be able to sharpen that thing right back up. And if you don't know how to sharpen, we just did a video on how to sharpen that very broadhead. with that fork sharpener.
Yep. Yep, there you go. That's the cheapest broadheads we could find, sent into a pig. The results kind of speak for themselves, I think. In other words, maybe spend more than $10 for a dozen.
Pro tip from Aaron Warburton.
And now to end the video, here's a bunch of comical shots coming off the polymer arrow with a light polymer tip with a light arrow. Here's the blooper reel.
Small fletchings.
You just get in
So
here.
it's not gonna fly good.
Oh, I don't think.
Oh my god! Is that not crazy?
It's like shooting a kite. Oh! You gotta get the high speed out.
Oh yeah, we will.
That is awesome! Man, they ought to call this one a rocket ship.
Can you go find it, do it again? Because I want to.
Oh, dude, it's insane. Doesn't that sound crazy?
It just shows you the surface area of that broadhead overwhelms these little fleshes. That's fun.
I don't know that I'm gonna forget that one. It kind of threw me through a loop.
Yeah.